Hello and welcome to the What's Good with Gil and Larry podcast. I'm Gil and Larry. That is my main man, Larry Loper. We are coming to you live from Northern Delaware on this Wednesday, October 2nd. It's a little after 9. We don't talk about being tardy. We don't talk about that. It's like Bruno. We don't talk about that. So let's get right into it. Our picks, not so great, so we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
Let's do other stuff before we hit the football, Larry. Let's do baseball. Baseball started its postseason yesterday, the wild card yesterday, and we've already got 2 teams eliminated. Detroit swept Houston yesterday and today.
Wow.
And, Kansas City swept Baltimore yesterday and today. So Kansas City will be playing the Yankees this weekend, and Detroit will be going to Cleveland to play the Guardians.
Mm.
One thing I like, by the way, as a side note, I don't like that baseball is played every day, and they really get like 2 days off a month, 3 days off a month.
Mm-hmm.
It's usually a Monday. But once you make the postseason and you win the division, you get that bye like the Yankees got, and this is not making excuses. I'm just saying I don't like this. From a team that's built, all teams that are built to play every day, get momentum, all that kind of stuff, the Yankees will play from their last game in the regular season and their first 2 games in the playoffs. They will play 2 times in 11 days.
Yeah, that's
in 11 days. So they get almost a week off.
Yeah.
Then they're going to play Kansas City. Then they're going to get a day off after that. Then game 2, and then they get a day off after that.
Yeah. It's a lot, especially when your body is literally a muscle memory. You know what I mean? So it takes a while to get that engine going. So you got the red hot team that's been playing. You know, you got Kansas City coming in red hot. You know, I think the last couple of games, once we clinch, we kind of like start sitting our starters a little bit. You know, now injuries and all that stuff, trying to get them fresh for the playoffs. So it's just. I mean, we professionals, but you said you got one team that's already in motion to another team got to catch up. You know, so I guess that you get penalized for being the number 1 seed. You know what I'm saying? But I still think that we primed to go. If a game, I think that if we do lose, it probably would be the first game until we kind of wake up, because we got a lineup, we got bats, we got hitters, and I thought us getting Soto was what we needed, because we needed some dudes to get on base. Like, we had sluggers. That didn't work, as we seen. We had Juan Carlos, Juan Carlos, and we had Judge. We had a heck of a slugger lineup. But think about postseason baseball, as you know, it's all about the short ball and pitching. You feel me? You got to get on base. You know, that's what made Houston so deadly when they were kind of good. You know what I mean? Because they could get on base. So I'm still liking this against Kansas City. I like this. I like to come out that series. I think it's going to be a competitive one. I'm not sleeping on Kansas City by far, you know, but I like this. You feel me? I definitely like this. I'm disappointed in Baltimore though. Again, but then again, Gil, they came in on a slide. That's rough. When you come in on a slide, it's like the mental thing. It's kind of like you mentally you're overthinking it now. You know, in the beginning it's probably fun. Y'all was playing loose, but then when you get on this losing streak, you kind of figure out what's wrong, so start playing tight. You know, so it's disappointing, but it is. You know, it's baseball, man. It's sports.
Mm-hmm. I got to tell you, man. Right now, if I were to pick a team to win it all, I think the Padres are the team. They are good from top to bottom. Lineup, defense, pitching, they got it all. They cover everything. The only thing is they haven't been there.
Yeah.
They haven't been there.
And I think
I kind of like the Mets too.
I like the Mets. I think the Mets are coming in with such a steam.
If the Mets win, they're going to play the Phillies.
I know.
And the Phillies are the team that I picked to go to the World Series.
Yeah, you did. And I had Baltimore, so I didn't get that one right. And I think we both Did we do it? Did we go after?
I'd have to go back and look
I might have said Philly.
because I
I
got
had to go back and look. I thought I said Philly.
all down.
You said Philly and Orioles. I know you said Phillies and Orioles.
NBA. Oh man. Oh, here we go. Over unders. VA. Let's see. I don't want too much dead air here. I got it somewhere. If I don't find it, I'll bring. Oh, here we go.
I thought I said Philly, though.
Here we go. I picked the Phillies over the Orioles.
Mhm.
That's what I
Yep.
picked. That's what I picked. I
Yep.
said Orioles would win the division. I said the Twins.
Yeah.
Central. I said the Rangers would win the West, and
Yeah.
the Astros, Yankees, Mariners. So
Mariners didn't make it. Yeah. What did I say?
um,
Right down. I said,
I don't know. I don't think I wrote you down.
tag on it, partner. I thought you had my back.
I don't think I wrote you down. Well, you weren't right. Whatever it was, you weren't right.
Definitely wasn't right. I ain't been right lately, man. I'm about to give up my sports knowledge, man, because
No.
I've been getting hammered.
I did say Padres, Phillies, Cardinals, wild card. I did say Dodgers would win the West. They did. Cubs would win the Central. They didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Braves would win the East. They're the wild card. So it was the Mets, actually. So, yeah.
I had Cleveland. I know I had Cleveland. I did have Cleveland.
We didn't do terrible. All right. So really, not much more to say with the baseball because there's games in progress right now.
Mm-hmm.
The Milwaukee, if the Mets win, they move on.
Yes.
Atlanta is playing the Padres. I think
Padres, you're looking good, bro. It's 5-1 now. We speak in the second inning. They just ended the second inning, so the Padres are 5-1 on the Braves.
When we just went on air, Atlanta was up 1-0.
Yeah, they just got spanked in the second.
Yeah.
And the Brewers and Mets are 3-2 into the fifth, so they're going to the sixth, and the Mets hold a one-run lead in that game.
Well, all right then.
Updates for y'all that are watching currently or was going to win.
I'm predicting Mets to get the sweep and the Padres to get the sweep.
Yeah, me too.
I think it's going to be a clean sweep for all the winners, and let's get to it. Let's get to it. Let's weed out
let's get out.
Then and let's get to the teams, the best teams in Major League Baseball this year. All right. Now, unfortunately, sad news. We lost a couple of Hall of Famers, a couple of legends in two different sports.
Yeah.
With Dikembe Mutombo, obviously, great player, defensive specialist, came from Georgetown. He was one of those legendary centers that was boom, boom, boom. You know, you had Patrick Ewing, then you had Alonzo Mourning, and then you had Mutombo right after him. Mutombo was never really a big-time scorer, but he can give you double figures.
Mm-hmm.
He was rebounding and defense. He took a lot of pride in that. He had that upset when Seattle Supersonics were the number 1 seed and they won 60-something games. And they played the Denver Nuggets.
Yeah.
Almost second year in the league. And I think it was his second or third. I think it was his second, though. And he eliminated. They were down 2-0 in the first round when it was best 3 out of 5, and they came back to win the next 3. Seattle. So that would, and you always see him on the ground holding the ball with a big smile. That's always the image of him. So big time humanitarian.
Mm-hmm.
Really showed the way for Yao Ming when he came into the league, showed him how a big man needs to play in the league. And, it's a big loss. It really is, good guy. It's sad. Brain cancer,
Yeah.
My best friend had brain cancer last year. That's why he didn't make the wedding last year. So, sometimes, you just get a little lucky, and sometimes you don't. It's not about, this person was tougher than that person, or this person can handle treatment more than somebody else. You know, I mean, that's just sometimes that's just the way the cookie crumbles,
Yeah.
and so it's unfortunate. What are your thoughts? I'm sure they're positive. So what are your
Yeah,
thoughts?
I just mirror you, man. Just it's a sad case for just basketball family, and the world in general, man. Because he really truly was, as much as he did on the court, off the court, he did much more. As being a humanitarian, paving the way for his home country, Africa. And establishing a lot of basketball abroad, and you see the results of these big winners coming from abroad, to the league, and how they're nursing and they're nurturing and building up these athletes. Um, just a competitor, like you said, a great center. He would have had one if they didn't play Lakers. In Shaq in his prime, Kobe about to come into his prime. When he was with Philadelphia, him and Allen Iverson. He got him late in the trade when Theo Ratliff went down.
Mhm.
Uh, like you said, he was part of one of the greatest upsets in basketball. Because that Supersonics team was primed to go. So it's sad, man. It's sad. One thing about life is that the guarantee of life is death, and that's we just don't know when our day is gonna come or how we gonna go. So it's one of them things, man.
Yeah, I mean, I second that. There's really nothing really polarizing with Mutombo. So, R.I.P. to Kimbe Mutombo. Rest in peace. Rest in power. Rest in paradise. Now this next guy I'm gonna mention.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No,
About this dude,
yeah, that guy,
Pete
that
Rose.
guy. Yeah, Pete Rose, man. Oh man, rest in peace to a legend. Whatever your views on Pete Rose, if you're a traditional baseball, there's a lot of you know there's a lot of dirt on his name because of the gambling, him betting on his own team and everything. And so a true person that really values the purity of the game is not a Pete Rose fan. I look at what the man did on the field, or what he did in his playing career, and also as a manager. You know, uh, you can't deny what he was. He was a legend. And if it wasn't for the gambling situation, he would have been a Hall of Famer. You know what I mean? I think because he never made a Hall of Fame, right?
They have some of his records
But not him being indicted himself, right?
and the cleats and the big
Yeah, but not him.
stuff. No, he's not.
Okay, yeah. So he never got, obviously, you can't negate what he done. You know what I mean? But once again, I don't know, man. It's slippery scope for me, bro. It's like, now if you threw games, yeah. Just like the guy in the NBA, the Donnie dude. When he threw games, when his refereeing or officiating
Oh,
cost people, yeah, Donnie, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Tim Donnie, he calls people games. That's different. That's cheating all the way around the board for him to get, Um, now, if Pete Rose was throwing games in his favor, that's totally different. But the gamble on, I mean, everybody I mean, not everybody, but a lot of people gamble. Vegas is full of gamblers. Look, we pays our best for people to gamble. So come on, man, we serious. He gambled. He didn't murder nobody. He didn't pander or pimp. He pays bets on teams, and he didn't have the outcome. He just used his knowledge to say, okay, I got a little more about the game than you probably do. Hey, I like to gamble. Now, do you think he won every one? Probably didn't. You know what I'm saying? I doubt he was like Marty McFly, and when he went back to in time and got that almanac with all the sports in it.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah,
you
yeah.
know what I mean?
In part two,
Yeah,
back.
part two. Yeah, yeah, yeah. When Biff, built the whole casino and got super paid off of it. So I doubt he had that book and he won every time. But once again, when you're dealing with traditionalists, they looked at that that's frowned upon in the game. For a person to play the game, to bet on the game.
Right.
What's your opinions, my man?
Well, let's stick with the positive first. He is the all-time hits leader by a mile. There is nobody that's going to ever break. He was a great singles and doubles hitter,
Mm-hmm.
and he played for 24 years.
That's crazy.
Nobody is breaking. I'm going to say it right now. Nobody's breaking that right. Not only is no one breaking it, I don't think anybody's going to get close.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you're ever going to see another 4,000 hit person. 3,000 is automatic Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
This guy's got over 4,200.
That's crazy.
So that's crazy.
Crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's
crazy.
Never.
Yeah. No. Yeah, I could agree. Never.
He has arguably the greatest nickname in all of sports, Charlie Hustle. That's awesome. That's saying this guy gave maximum effort.
Yes.
Every single time. Every time. Didn't give away, didn't take games off.
Nope.
Didn't play a bat, whether they were winning by a lot or losing by a lot. He made the pitcher work every single at bat. All the time. Played hard, ran the bases hard. He wasn't fast, played a bunch of different positions because he wasn't great at one, but he was pretty good at a few. As a ball player, he is first ballot Hall of Fame and then some.
And then some.
That's obvious.
Yes.
That's obvious. However, little history lesson for the folks that don't know. Back in, what was it, 1919? There was a scandal with the Chicago White Sox that is now referred to as the Black Sox scandal.
Yes.
Where players, they weren't getting paid like they are now. That's obvious. They had to work another full-time job in the offseason. They took a bribe from the mob,
mm-hmm.
and even though they were not found guilty, proof-wise, in a court of law, everybody knew they were guilty. Just because you can't prove it, they knew it. They knew it. The paper knew it. The media knew it. Just really couldn't prove it. Couldn't get the jurors to say guilty, guilty, guilty. So from that scandal, a great ball player named Shoeless Joe Johnson was never to be allowed to play again and cannot be in the Hall of Fame. And this guy was great. He was on a path to being like superhuman great, and he got the kibosh. And after that scandal, there is a sign in every single clubhouse in the entire major league that says, I don't know quote wise, but it basically says, "I will not bet on baseball."
Mm.
In every single clubhouse.
Mm.
Everyone. Everybody knows this rule. Everybody knows it. No, you're not. If you do it, you're not killing someone. You're not raping someone. You're not, you're not doing those super, super bad things. You're not, being a drug dealer and things like that. But if you gamble on baseball, every time you're doing it, you're doing the wrong thing. You know it. You're not thinking it. You know it. Pete Rose knew when he was a manager. He didn't gamble as a player, but as a manager, he gambled on his team. Gambling went in every single sport. If you're a manager, a coach, a player, whatever, you are not allowed to gamble on your sport because it affects the integrity of the game. It just does. Now he can say, every time I bet on my team to win. It doesn't matter. There's always going to be that little thing of, did he have a bet in mind while he did a lineup change, double switch?
Right.
Always put that doubt. When we're always saying, man, somebody was on the take. This referee was on the take. It's already been proven, and it's been proven in baseball. It's been proven, and it doesn't matter that it happened, over 100 years ago for us. Back then it was, when he got caught and all this was the late 80s. I think it was 89.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, he signed some kind of document where he was supposed to be reinstated into baseball, but he never admitted that he did it until he wanted to sell a book 10 years later.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So not only did he gamble, He lied for a decade until he went on a special 2020 special to promote his book, and that's when he admitted it. So let's not feel sorry.
Right.
Now, me personally, I do think he should have been banned from baseball. I do think he should have been kept out of the Hall of Fame. Him as a person, his name. I'm not saying for forever, but I'm going to say for a while. I'm going to say for more than 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
After he retired, and I think in 86, so he would have been first ballot in like 90, 91, something like that. I think he should have had to wait until like 2001, something like that.
I agree. I can agree to that assessment of what you said right there.
You know,
yeah, you definitely not letting them get in. Nah,
make him wait. Make him wait.
Yeah.
And I also, and this would have bothered him, I would not have allowed him back in baseball. I would not. I would not want him managing a team. I couldn't trust him.
Yeah, that's true.
Trust him. He can't run a team. He can't manage a team. I'll let him in the Hall of Fame because he's clearly a Hall of Famer. But I'm not letting him in baseball. And that's what bothered him. More than not being in the Hall of Fame was that walk away from the game.
Yeah.
That's what I really didn't like. And I can't trust him. No, and we're not mentioning the parts where there were some scandals about him having affairs with girls that are minors and things like that, going to trial for stuff like that. Wasn't proven, but we kind of know he did it. We kind of do. Wasn't proven, but, you know, OJ also wasn't proven to be a killer too.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
Well, you can't always go by that. So this guy, as far as baseball and his knowledge and what he brought to the game, it's going to be hard to put anybody above him. The all-time hits leader just makes sense, should be in the Hall of Fame. However, this guy was a crumb as a person, and he knew he was breaking a baseball rule. It's not illegal, but it was a baseball rule, and he knew every time he did it. And then he lied for a decade on top of it until he wanted to make a profit with his book. So it doesn't hurt my feelings that now at age 83, he passed away and didn't get into the Hall of Fame. And I don't know if he ever will at this point. I really don't. I think people are going to just kind of forget about it. And it'll just be he did it to himself. I think he should be in there. They have other things of him that are in the Hall of Fame. So it seems a little bit hypocritical, but I don't mind that. And listen, you could call me cold-hearted or whatever you want. I don't mind that he didn't get to see himself. He didn't have a day in the Hall of Fame to get his name in there. Because if he gets in there, I don't want no asterisk. Just like if these steroid guys get in there, I want an asterisk. These guys that went to jail for this, that, and the other, and then and got into the Hall of Fame, like Orlando Cepeda or something like that, there's no asterisk to his name and stuff like that. If you're in, you're in. If they say you're in, you're in. If they find out after the fact or they find out before, if we're just going to do baseball, then let's just do baseball. Certain guys need to be in. How long does Roger Clemens have to wait? How long does Barry Bonds have to wait?
Right about that.
Rumors about Piazza, but because they couldn't prove anything, he got in. He got in, I think, second ballot. They had to wait 6 years instead of 5, just because of that little bit of doubt that maybe he did take something. You know what I'm saying? So they made him wait 1 extra year. Barry Bonds should be in the Hall of Fame.
Indeed.
He's a crumb as a person.
Yeah.
It doesn't bother me that he's had to wait this long. But at some point, he should be in. You can't be breaking records. The records count. The 73 home runs count. But in the Hall of Fame, silly. Sammy Sosa, juiced to the gills. 3 years in a row, hit 66 home runs. And that guy's not in the Hall of Fame? Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa brought back baseball. That's after of 94, they brought it back.
It's a fact.
They were the ones that did it. And now we're gonna penalize them for something that, against baseball at the time.
Right.
Certain reporters certain people in baseball, like the guy before this one now, they they turned their back on it and things like that. So let's not be hypocrites. You make them wait. They broke a rule, whatever. They lied under oath, whatever. I never took anything. Oh, like Palmero said.
Right.
You got caught. You pay a big penalty. But for this thing to be lifers, see, what I don't like is that the Hall of Fames are run separate from the actual major leagues. Okay, it's baseball writers that vote you in.
Yeah, the writers.
Well,
Yeah.
something like
Well, you know, I got a
Albert
big.
Bell's in the Hall of Fame. You know why he's not in the Hall of Fame? It's not because he failed the test. It's not because he didn't win a World Series.
Mhm.
Okay, he was a great player. He was the best player on those Cleveland Indians that had a bunch of great players. He wasn't in because he was mean to the media.
Mhm.
Their way of getting back at him. Don't have power like that. This guy was a great player. He should be in the Hall of Fame. You want to make him wait a few extra years? Fine. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? But let's
Yeah.
have criteria, and let's not pick and choose what you hold against people. Albert Bell is not in the Hall of Fame for what? For what? The guy was great. The guy was great for over
You know, I don't. I got a big issue with that stuff, man. I got a big issue with. I mean, maybe because I don't know, man. I'm just. I don't know, bro. You know why the Cowboys is probably my favorite team, because if you knew the story of what a cowboy really was, it's one of the things where, well, you think the Cowboys is like this, now it's like a Cowboys a positive thing, right? A cowboy was an outlaw. A cowboy is a gang of people that's running around stealing cattle. That was a cowboy originally. A Wyatt Earp. That's the big story. OK Corral came from Wyatt Earp having a shootout with the Cowboys. You know what I mean? Because one of the Cowboys snitched on another cowboy and ended up getting the other cowboy killed. If y'all want to know the backstory. Anyway, my point is this. You find me a perfect person, and I won't think he's going to be on this planet. All right? These people that never played the game, never laced up, never went through the injuries, never went through doing the streaks, the struggles, the everything that goes with playing the sport, giving your blood, sweat, tears to the sport, right? You write about the sport, okay? I'm pretty sure you got a bunch of stuff in your own life that's immoral that you do. You might be an alcoholic, you might be a drug addict, who knows what you are, right? But being that these people are put on the spotlight for their talent, they're a missed talent, right? Let's judge them what they do on that field, man. Let's judge them what they do between the lines. Let's judge between the bases and the chalk, okay? That's what I judge them on. I don't care about what they do outside of the game, man. Because as a person, who's I don't know no perfect people.
Mm-hmm.
And if you get judged for everything you do outside, then guess what, man? Everybody's going to be judged accordingly, right? What about what they did on that field, bro? Let's talk about that. Okay? What did they do? I thought it was Hall of Fame for what you did on the court, on that field, on the track and field, whatever you done for the sport. That's what I thought got you in. I didn't know it was all the extra stuff also. All the character, like you said. Just because I don't like the media, you'll write me off. T.O. doing on the lawn when he had the big contract thing, right? Because we know he's a jerk. He's a diva, trap Ocho, disrespectful, or the celebrations, right? Okay. Not saying that they are Hall of Fame worthy. I'm just saying they will probably not get in because of their character. You know what I'm saying? Not what they did on that football field, which was greatness. You know what I mean? Especially in T.O. case, it was greatness. He's anal, but it's greatness. I just have I always have an issue with that, man. I hate that, and maybe it's because I am who I am that I just don't always, it's never like that. These perfect, I'm so perfect. I'm so perfect. I could judge you because I ain't perfect. I don't like that. I don't like that sense of entitlement crap. I really don't. And they got way too much power when it comes to who can get in. You know what I mean?
Well, and another thing is, Pete Rose, how do you want to put him in the Hall of Fame as a player?
Right.
Because numbers wise, off the roof numbers, but the difference, where baseball, a lot of guys get in because of the numbers over a long period of time.
Mm-hmm.
This guy was a winner.
A winner.
This guy was part of the Big Red Machine in the 70s.
And a winner on top of that.
He goes to Philadelphia
Yes.
and them how to win.
Yes.
He wins a World Series with them.
That part. That part. We're not talking about inflated numbers because you was on a losing squad, and we're not talking about that. We're talking about you actually was a difference maker. Mm-hmm. You changed teams. You changed cultures when you went there. You showed them how to win.
You showed Mike Schmidt how to win.
And is he not one of the greatest Phillies ever do it?
He is the greatest Philly.
Right?
He is the
You can't name one, right? You can't name one outside of him, right? You can't.
He's probably, in totality, the third baseman to ever play in the major leagues. Now, you can say A-Rod because the second half of his career.
Yeah. I mean, his first half, he had played two positions, right? Because there wasn't a shortstop first?
In Seattle and in Texas.
Right.
Moved to third because
when he went to New York. Right.
So career at third. But Mike Schmidt played his whole career.
Yeah.
I would say if I had to pick the number one all-time third baseman in Major League history, I think it would be Mike Schmidt. But Mike Schmidt couldn't win. He could get there, but he couldn't win. He said, Pete Rose showed me how to win, and they won right away. The 1980 Phillies, they won right away. So, that's if we're going to talk baseball, Pete Rose is a Hall of Famer and then some. If you want to penalize him, which I think is fair and just,
I agree.
Then do that. But
I agree.
It's got to be what is it? Statute of limitations.
Yes.
At some point, you got to say, all right, man, he did the crime.
Right.
He did the time.
He definitely did time. He died.
How long did he wait? I mean, he retired in 80. His last year was 86. This is 2024. Mm-hmm. How long do we have to wait? Indeed. I mean, at this point, you're just saying he's never going to get in. He's just never. If he get in, he's never going to get in. Manfred's not going to put him in. So we got to wait for another commissioner that probably didn't even watch, Pete Rose play, so he doesn't have that, that feeling. I don't know. I think we covered it. So Pete Rose passed away again. R.I.P. Rest in peace. Rest in power. Rest in paradise. Hopefully one day you make the Hall of Fame.
Indeed.
He's got a son and a grandson, both named Pete Rose. So if they let him in, his son can, because he said he wrote a letter if he ever does get in. His son can read it. And if it doesn't happen with his son, his grandson can.
Yeah.
Let's hope for something like that. Before people got to look him up and be like, who is Pete Rose?
Right.
And another fun fact, Pete Rose won more games than Joe DiMaggio played. Joe DiMaggio. He won more games than Joe DiMaggio played. Numbers. Anyway, two other things. WNBA, we mentioned it last week. I thought the Liberty were playing the Aces in the finals. I did not realize that this is only the second round, but the Liberty are up 2-0. Mm-hmm. And I think it's best of 5. Mm-hmm. So I think Liberty get one more win. They're going to move on. They have beaten the Aces, the Las Vegas Aces, 5 times this year. They've played each other 5. They've beaten them all 5. 3 in the regular season, 2 in the postseason. I'm really hoping for the Liberty. I'm not going to say I think they're going to win until the Aces are out, because they've earned the right to be eliminated before they say that they're done. But the Liberty definitely look like they got an extra gear playing them. Mm-hmm. I'm hoping the Liberty win. I think they're going to win, but I'm not gonna because
I think I got the Liberty win the whole thing. You know what I mean? They only lost 8 games in the regular season.
Yeah.
They got 2 of the best players on especially definitely Brianna Stewart is a problem. She's a problem. She's been a problem since in UConn.
Yep.
Ionoska, Sabrina.
She's a winner.
Yeah, she's a winner.
winning
Tops now.
all those championships at UConn,
Yeah,
championships in Seattle. At
yeah,
least one. I thought she won 2.
yeah. She's a problem, bro.
She's
She's a
great.
problem. She's slowly on. I don't know how she's slowly underneath the radar, but because of AJ Wilson, then you got Caitlin Clark and all these.
She
You
doesn't
know,
bring stuff. She's just another, you know, 2010 kind of player. That's what she is. But yeah, she's great. No, she's great. She's a winner. I hope the Liberty win. I was super excited when they got her when she signed with Liberty. What was it, last year? I think last year was the first year with them. So they got the 1-2 punch there. I worry about the Connecticut Sun. I think they're good, but if Liberty can knock off the Aces, I think they got the best chance of.
yeah, the Sun just got a balanced squad. Like they got like they're probably one of the more balanced teams because all the five could kind of kill. Nobody's like the superstar.
Yeah,
It's just they play well together.
five.
They play good defensively, rebound well, they defend well. So it's not an easy task because once again they were the top two teams this year, the Sun and the Liberty. But that'd be a great finals for them to match up.
Yeah, that would be good. I'd watch that. And before I'm gonna mention this last, because this next thing is football, and I want to kind of keep the football together.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a show recommendation. Okay. I forgot about this last week. Last week I mentioned the Netflix, the Mr. McMahon documentary. Did you check
it too, which was good.
Checked it out?
I did.
Out first episode, Vince McMahon looked like a buffoon.
Yeah.
He just did. When he starts talking about Chris Benoit hurting his head, that was a work.
Yeah.
When he's talking about
even when Owen had died.
Gosh, well, when Owen died and he kept the show going.
Yeah, that was
people. They didn't come to see someone die.
Nah.
Ridiculousness.
Yeah, it was. And then like they say, Ricard, Pritchard, he was like, they had the understanding it was gonna be like a kind of like a good documentary on him.
Yeah.
They didn't know they was gonna make him look terrible. You know what I'm saying?
Whatever. He used to be Brother Love. You remember Brother Love?
Yes.
80s. Okay, that's what I refer to him as. So Brother Love has a very tight personal relationship with. Yeah. He's gonna cover and be Vince's backbone. But
you could tell. Because they did a very good job of connecting dots. So it was one of them things where, he gave him a shot. He'd been with the company for so long. He's seen the transitions of the company. So he's not going to get out there publicly and down McMahon. Even towards the end when they asked the Undertaker, which we know his relationship with Undertaker because he kind of revived it. When Hogan and all them and Shawn Michaels retired, somebody had to keep keep the company afloat, right?
Yeah.
And you would think that he would be quick to tell you what his legacy would be, because he probably of all the rest probably the most connection outside of Hogan. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Every last one of them was stumped on that legacy. What was his legacy be? Except Tony Atlas, when he actually said the greatest promoter ever.
Yeah, which he might be.
Yeah.
The first one that comes to my mind.
Yeah,
Don King.
Don King would definitely be up there.
That would be
a promoter. Them two. Yeah, that's what I could think of.
Dana White. And what I will say, I don't want it to be totally 100% against Vince, although, the fact that the wrestlers were wrestling on the mat that still had Owen Hart's blood.
Yeah, that's disrespectful, bro.
That's such a slap in the face.
Yeah, that was. Bret Hart always takes it personal, everything.
Good. You should.
But
I love Bret Hart.
Yeah.
But I'm on Vince McMahon's side on this. The Montreal Screwjob, that was Brett's fault.
It was.
That was
It
Brett.
was. It was.
You're leaving the company.
Yeah.
You got to drop the title. I don't care that you don't like Shawn Michaels. I don't care that he told you he.
At the end of the day, it don't matter. You're going to another company, so who cares if he's the champion?
Yeah, he was going to make double at WCW. You're not bringing the title with you.
Yeah.
Drop it. It doesn't matter that it was in Montreal, your hometown.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter that it was against Shawn Michaels. You're the one that decided to leave. You took the money. So I don't agree with Brett on that one. I'm with Vince. What was Vince supposed to do? Whatever. No, drop it the next day. No, stupid. On Monday Night Raw. No, I'm not doing that. So the show I want to recommend is on Plus. It's season 2. It stars my man Sylvester Stallone, and it's Tulsa King.
Okay.
Very good show. Very good show. It's a mob show. I don't know if you've ever seen it. Just a quick overview. He was one of the captains for a mob in New York. Went away for 20 years. Comes out. And, there's when you come out and you don't talk and you do your time, the mob is supposed to take care of you. They're supposed to put some money in your pocket and give you a chance to earn again.
Mm-hmm.
They gave him some money, but they sent him away. And instead of me staying in the New York, New Jersey area, whatever, to restart up, his business and make money and then kick it up to the bosses upstairs, they move him out to Tulsa, Oklahoma, where, he's like a fish out of water. But he very, very soon puts his imprint on Tulsa and starts to make good business, starts to create rivals in different businesses. And then the mob that sent him over there, where now they're all aggravated that he's doing so well and they think he should be kicking more money up to them because he's doing better than they thought. Mob show, not your typical mob show, but it's a mob show nonetheless. It is on Paramount Plus. I believe it's on Wednesday nights. So today's Wednesday. The 3rd episode aired today. Good. No, wait. 4th episode aired today because they started this season with a two episode premiere. So that was 3 weeks ago. So 4th episode today. If you haven't watched it, catch up on it. It's been almost 2 years between season 1, season 2, because the head writer left. He had a falling out with Sylvester Stallone, so it pushed back production. So it pushed it back a year. So this is the 2nd season, but the 1st season started in 2022. Good show, Larry. I think you'll like it.
Okay.
I think you'll like it. So I recommend it to the folk out there. And Sylvester Stallone said himself, what of all the characters that he's played in his entire life, this is the character that's closest to his real personality.
Okay.
That's not saying that his real personality is he's a mobster.
Right.
He's a tough guy from the streets of New York.
Yeah.
Okay? And you don't lose that. You don't lose that. It doesn't matter if you
Definitely a tough guy from New York.
In silk pajamas or whatever. You don't lose that. He still has that mentality. So he said, of all the characters he's ever played, this is the one that's closest to his personality. And I've heard him say it more than once. So
I wonder how he got to Philly. You ever knew that story? Why he got to Philly?
How he got to Philly?
Yeah. How he got to Philly? Was it one of his parents down there or something?
So his parents were split.
Right.
Lived with his father in Maryland.
Okay. So that's how the Philly connection came. Okay, because it's wild for a person to be from New York but got a statue in Philly. And he really kind of fit that character on.
The character of Rocky.
Yes.
Whole basis is in South Philadelphia.
Right. But I was curious what made him pick, of all places, South Philly to build this iconic character.
Or whatever. Well, the thing about Philly, even though it's a major city, they're kind of, want to be nice. I don't want to call them a loser city, but they have small man complex because they're in between New York and Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
Those two markets are bigger than Philadelphia despite the fact that Philadelphia is a top 5 market.
Right.
Nationally, Washington, D.C. is more known than Philadelphia.
Indeed. Indeed.
Not so much, northern East Coast. Philly's bigger.
Right.
Nationally, you hear on the news every day about Washington, D.C.
Right.
Every day. Politicians and, sports and all that. You hear about Washington, D.C. every day. And New York is the biggest city.
Right. On this coast.
So,
right.
so Philly's in the middle. So they got small man complex. And they don't have like the winning culture. Or at least they didn't at that time that New York and DC had.
Right. So the underdog role was easy to embrace.
And it's a guy that, was from the bad part of town, supposed to be a loser, and he gets a shot. And it's something that we all wish, you know what, if I just got that one shot, what I would do with it. And he got it. And he made the most of it. And it's a great story. That's why the Rocky franchise has lived on through movie, and all the Creeds. I think, 9 movies now?
Yeah.
Rockies and 3 Creeds.
Yeah.
Even though he wasn't in the last Creed, but I digress. So anyway, Tulsa King, Paramount Plus. I recommend it. Very good show. Larry, check it out. Next time I talk to you, I want to hear you say, I've watched a couple episodes. And give me some feedback.
I definitely got you, brother.
And before we do anything football, a certain somebody is going out to the West Coast.
Yeah.
West Coast.
Yeah.
Las Vegas.
Oh, Viva.
And that somebody is this guy right here. Right here. So let's talk about it for a few minutes.
Yes, sir.
Why are you going out to Las Vegas? What are you going to do there?
Oh, man, on the side, my main business outside of our business of what we know each other from in the sport. And by the way, subscribe to this beautiful channel of What's Good with Gil and Larry, man. Every Wednesday, we're going to keep you up on what's happening in the world. But I'm going out there, man, to perform, man. I got to do a concert, a show out there because, on my side, I don't even like saying side. My main thing is that I'm a recording artist and I've been doing this for a while now. So we're now at the stage of I have to go out there and promote the music. So it's a great weekend because it's my genre of music and it's that weekend for it. There's some awards going on, hip hop awards is going on that weekend in Las Vegas. It's the destination. And as a recap, I missed this 10 years ago. My cousin had called me and she had said, hey, it was in Atlanta, Georgia at the time. And she said, hey, you need to jump on a flight and come down there. As you know, brother, we work. Life does not open up them floodgates of, hey, I'm financially able to do this. You know what I mean? Because we got bills, we got families, we go through it's the struggle bus at times. We trying to figure out not to pay this, to pay that. So you know how I go. You're never going to have that cushion unless you want to really discipline people and you're really good at saving money. You got somebody you can work with that's very good with bookkeeping. Okay. I'm not one of them people. Okay. So I always made a vow to myself because it's like one of the things I regretted that I didn't jump at that opportunity because life was kind of dictating the move at that time or I allowed it to. So now this is a double back and this is for everybody that's out there. I relate everything to sports and entertainment. That's why we have a sports and entertainment show because it's all connected, right? What I'm telling you is that you never give up because life is going to be life, okay? And a lot of people had dreams, they had passion, they had goals. But what happened is they settled. They said, oh, no, I can't achieve it. You start getting older. You start to say, I can't do it no more, okay? That's when you fail. As long as I got lungs in my breath, I can see the goal, so I'm going to go get it. And now look what happened. It doubled back. So I said, I'm not going. And I always said I want to go to Vegas. But I was thinking like vacation stuff, like, shows, buffets, the Hoover Dam, just a vacation, family, I never thought that music would take me out there for my first time. Just like it did when I went to Georgia for my first time, or when I went to DC for my first time. Music has taken me these places, and that's a small sample size. I'm trying to see Japan, and I would love to take my friend over there. Yeah, you, or like take my friend over there with me over Japan, where it's like anime central, different culture. I just, you know what I'm saying? I just want to just, I'm a culture guy, so I can't wait to just taste different cultures and just Europe, Asia. I
Oh,
just want to get
love.
that feel. I know you would. You'll be the kid in candy store.
I got a passport.
Yes, sir. Kid in candy store.
Oh
Have a
God,
ball. Have a ball.
just the anime and the
Ah. If y'all don't know, if y'all don't know about, if y'all are anime people, that's like the mecca. If you're gonna say mecca, that's the mecca of anime. Like it's crazy over there. So that's one of my destination choices, man. Because I just wanna, I just wanna go over there and see what it's about. But I'm gonna have a ball, man. You know, it's like a business trip, but my business partner that's going with me, he's he's getting an itinerary ready for it. So
so this is all original music.
yes, all original music.
Who's is there going to be a performance?
Yes, it's
Who
it's it's, it's,
who
it's
is, who is performing from your company?
I am.
You're performing.
I am.
Are you rapping? You singing?
No rapping.
You're rapping.
Yes, sir.
This is your own
My own music.
the
Yes.
lyrics,
My lyrics. I write everything.
your music,
Yes.
100%. So your
100%.
is all over all of it.
Yes. If you go to Spotify, yes.
Out.
Everywhere. Apple Music.
Are you going to pass out
Yes,
CDs?
sir. I'm going out there. We just came up and made I wanted to keep it like an EP. If y'all don't know, an EP is more like maybe 5 to 7 songs. It's an EP. In the day and time, people's attention spans is like this,
Mhm.
right? So, but my partner, the music is so good that he ended up. It's hard to kind of downsize an album. So it's 16 tracks, which is a lot, but it's don't feel like 16, you know. So that's what we're going to be promoting. It's
Mhm.
called we're from up north. Once you get past Delaware, it's like the bottom up north. Okay. So my group is called the North Boys. Okay. When I graphed this thing, my intention when I made it was because we are from up north and how we move in our demeanor and our characteristics, how we kind of are, is totally different from down south and the West Coast.
Mhm.
You know, down south is like they say, it's Southern hospitality. They're more warming. They say slow, but I think it's more respect. They move more with like kind of that respect type of thing. So you know they could carry firearms, not to go there, but it's just you respect it more.
I was thinking it, but I didn't want to
Yeah,
say.
yeah. You don't for y'all, and I'm not on that. I'm just saying that it brings a different level of respect.
Yeah.
Up here, you know, we get cold winters, and the
Mhm.
further north you get, the colder it get.
Mhm.
You know, we're kind of like, why are you saying good morning? What's good about it? You'll hear that a lot. You know, we could be rude, we can't be obnoxious, like you was talking about
Well,
Philly.
what I've observed, like Northeast
Yes,
kind of hip hop is
yes,
angrier
yes,
pop.
yes. It's
And I
very
do with not just urban, but the weather,
yeah,
cold.
no, it really is.
You
You
know,
just angry.
when you got
Yes,
the
yes. You're bundled up, you're tight, you're
and you got the
uh,
beat,
yes,
the hood
yes,
up,
yes.
the hat. You know, you're not happy.
You're
You're,
not happy.
you're stepping on the slush from the
Yes.
and stuff like that. Like you're kind of aggravated.
Yes, sir.
It's a while to get your vehicle going, and it makes those funny sounds. And
Yes,
you're scraping off with the windshield and stuff like that.
yes,
So you always talk about with hip hop, you rap about real life.
yes. Unfortunately,
So that's
unfortunately.
stuff you deal with. Down south the weather's different. It's
Yes.
laid back. It's
Oh yeah,
lower.
yeah,
Shaka,
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Ti, that's
Ti,
down south.
amigos.
Hey,
It's guys like Young Thug. It's certain things that
right.
and then it's like even their fashion is different. Like
Mhm.
like it's always been like up here we'll say, oh, they're country, man, the country, because
Yeah.
they always wore like loud colors, oranges and the limes and the up here is black. We wear black. We wear fatigues. Like we're in a war. Okay, we're like ready for war up here. Okay, and down there it's like you said, it's Florida, man. It's palm trees in California, man, and you
You know,
know,
walking around and and goose down
yeah,
coat
it's none of that, bro.
with up. Oh,
No, it's no, it's none of that, right? So it's like, and I felt like that music kind of embodied like my music a body, like I said, the North Boys, it kind of just up north feel. But then I always tell younger artists, because once again, it's like certain things, if you're rapping about certain things, don't forget this is entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the part of, I think, where you look at the pop stars and the country singers, and because country give you a lot of realism too. You
Mm-hmm.
know, it's real, right? But I just think that a lot of the music is based on like real stuff though, like relationship stuff. Like if you listen to country music, really really like relationships with the ladies, and so that's the part when I try to tell younger artists is like, obviously when you're young, you don't look at females the same as when you get older. You look at them as pretty much thoughtaways. Whereas you get older, you realize, like, no, this is my best friend. I don't hang out with the guys like that no more. We might have a guy day, we hang out, but
Yeah.
we don't hang out like did when we was teenagers. You're with your best friend every day. Now your best friend is your wife.
Yeah.
Up good or bad, get on your nerves, all that good stuff, right? But you can't imagine not waking up to your wife. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So why don't we talk about that type of stuff? You know what I'm saying? So, and then my level of respect kind of for females is a little bit different. You know what I mean? So I like to talk about that, and also being vulnerable as men. Because men, we have this gorilla suit on all the time. We always got to be that, but we are vulnerable. We're emotional. We definitely are emotional. Hell, we're fans. We're passionate about what we are passionate about. You're a Bears fan. I'm a Cowboys fan, and I'm passionate about my team.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I work with a
franchises or those. We represent those teams.
We do. We're Eagle country.
That's like we're walking around with two heads.
We're Eagle country. We're Eagle country. People that don't understand this, that we are in Eagle and / Raven country. Okay, so we hear this all the time. When the Eagles win, they swear everybody's an Eagles fan. When they come in, and I'm pretty sure it's like that when you go to Texas, and when you go to Chicago, I definitely know that's what it's like. Okay, unfortunately, we're in Eagle land. Okay, we're in the two birds, Raven, Eagle. So when they come in there, Raven, Eagle.
And not far from the Commanders.
Not come off from the Command, but you know what? You really don't hear too many. You don't really hear too many Commander fans around here, unless they were really like Washington Redskin, that era. So we gotta eat it. I eat it more than you do, but I think you eat it on a level of just your team hasn't been good in a while.
Dude,
so I get that part of it, and I get, when the last time you won a Super Bowl? When the last time you won Super Bowl? 20 years ago. Well, you only got one, Philly. One. We got, I lost count. I think we 5, something like that. Then we like, ain't us the Steelers? Ain't we like kind of neck hand in hand for that like ultimate thing?
5. San Francisco.
Patriots got
5. Patriots got 6. And
6.
Has 6.
There you go. And Philly has
1.
1.
They still, even though they've got the most recent one, and they've been, they were at
couple 3.
They still have the least amount in the division.
Yes.
You have Dallas has 5, Giants have 4, Washington has 3.
Yeah.
Those got 1.
Oh yeah, they do. They got 4, don't they?
Giants.
Speaking of football.
You ready?
Football.
Get into it?
Yeah, oh my goodness. First, right? The biggest news right now is Devontae Adams is definitely requesting a trade and getting out of it's just a crap show out there in Las Vegas, bro. They happen to win against the Browns. You called it, I didn't. We'll talk about that. It's one of my disappointments for sure. But you can't blame the guy. Unfortunately, man, he's getting older, so that contract's going to be tricky because of the non-guaranteed money, right? You're not going to get traded to a division who could use him the most, in my opinion, is the Kansas City with Rashee Rice going down.
Or the Chargers.
Definitely need to, but you're not going to trade him within the division. That's just be stupid, okay? There's been a big rumor mill about him reconnecting with Aaron Rodgers out there, and the Jets.
or
You
or
or go back to
connecting with
Green Bay. No,
Art,
no, or in Orleans, the
Art,
Saints going
Art.
down with the Saints. Correct. If you were him and you had the choice, right?
Hmm?
Where would you want to end up at? I would tell you where I would want to go personally.
I would want to go to Kansas City. That's where I would want to
Yeah, I
go.
want to go get a guaranteed check.
But if
But
that's an option and I'm really just choosing between, well, let's put it this way. Is Green Bay in the
where
mix?
I was gonna say, I'll throw you Green Bay because I was gonna go there. For me
I'll
personally, I would want to go with
go
Green Bay.
Green Bay one because they got the young
Right,
that's under contract.
right, and LaFleur is not a bad coach.
No, he's not a bad coach.
He's not. He's really one of the
He's
good
coached
ones.
already.
Yes, he's a great coach. I gotta give him that. I
So
definitely give him that. He is. So
Green Bay would be number one for me.
yeah, definitely one. I would say
Number two would be the Jets.
it'll be the Jets, and three would be the Saints because me and you agree that we don't like Dennis as Allen as a coach. We don't like him as a coach. With Aaron Rodgers, I think he'll probably outside of going to Kansas City, the best shot because they have the better potential of potentially. We're dealing with potential now because I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it. I'm sorry, I haven't seen it. Um, I haven't seen it, man. It takes time to gel, I guess. And every week we get flash of what they could be, kind of. Um, I just don't get it. Maybe talking about the Jets, y'all. Maybe it's because you got Aaron Rodgers, so you kind of chilled a little bit. That hunger kind of went down. I personally think it's bad coaching. I think Robert Saleh, whatever reason, he came in as a defensive mind, right? And the thing is lacking outside last week, the defense actually didn't play bad at all. It was for a dumb behind kicker that can't make a field goal. Just what the heck, bro? You don't get too many shots out here, bro. You got to cash in, okay? Yes, it was wet. Yes, it was the condition wasn't the best conditions to be kicking a 50-yard field goal, right? Maybe Aaron Rodgers should have tried to get some more, a little closer to the goal, right? But either which way, you missed the field goal, bro. It was a sloppy, wet game, and I didn't see Denver going in there winning that game, let alone covering.
And Denver missed the field goal too.
And they missed the field goal to set it all up for the Jets to kind of win. So I still think that, once again, I would probably want to go to Green Bay if I was Devontae because you got a young squad there. You can see the upside in that squad because how many years Aaron Rodgers really got left?
Right.
Honestly, bro. Maybe 2, max 2. So you're going to be back in the same situation you just left Las Vegas, right? A quarterback can't get your ball, okay? You go down to Derek Carr. He got some years with him, but the coach is trash. So you're going to be frustrated in New Orleans because of the play calling. They have the weapons. It's just going to come down to the offense coordinator getting you in the mix and maybe not over forcing the ball to you. And I think if you go out Green Bay, you got so many young weapons out there that, man, oh my goodness, it's pick your poison. You're gonna get killed. You know what I mean? Because you're not gonna give you single coverage on Devontae, or maybe you're stupid enough to think that maybe he's getting old, so you can give him single coverage, which ain't smart.
There's a lot. I love Reed. Oh my
I
God.
love Reed. Oh man, I love what's the other one? Watson. I love Christian Watson. They got the tight ends out there. Jordan Love came back last week off. That's expected, bro. Like you gotta get back up to speed. Like,
Isn't it funny though? Jordan Love is 0-2, and Malik Willis is
it's 2-0.
2-0. That's kind
Go
of
figure, right?
funny.
All right. So yeah, A, B, and C tier, my
All right,
brother.
let's do the tiers, people. Let's do the tiers. Tier A. Still got to have the Chiefs. They're undefeated, even though they look very beatable. They just lost Rice. They're not out for the year yet, but it looks like it could be an ACL tear, and if it is, he will be out for the year. I got the Chiefs. I got Minnesota. They're still undefeated. They finally get into the A section. give it up for Sam Darnold, man. People had him as a castaway. Guess what? He got good coaching. He's surrounded by a good team. Now you got to think, what are they going to do with J.J. McCarthy next year? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, it gives you what they was going to do anyway. It just gives you more time to let him rehab. Until Sam Darnold was ineffective.
It's a good problem to have because
it's a great problem to have. It's a great problem to have.
1-year deal.
Yeah. So
he'll have an opportunity, but you don't.
I think as you can see, I think systems work. So for him, he could probably get money somewhere else. I wouldn't chase the money.
Right.
I would chase the opportunity to be able to play winning football at this point.
We're competitive. If we got a good fit, we're staying with the fit. The money take care of itself.
Yeah, take care of itself. Yeah, because I want to win. Like I'm not keep signing up for losing. Right. I've been in the league and I've been losing. Right, the feeling of winning and that great when you win, it just brings this confidence in you, man. Because you can't tell me when he was in the Jets and he was going through them horrible years with the Jets, right? No line, just injury, it's just a lot of stuff dealing with the media. Like you start losing confidence, man. You start getting a Bryce Young effect, bro. Like you start losing who you are, right? You've been playing this game at a high level since you was probably in freaking elementary and Pop Warner. You've been that guy, right? And you come out of college, that guy, obviously you was a number 1 pick, okay? And now you feel like a bum. You get benched, you're watching Andy Dalton move the chains, so it breaks that. Losing does something to you, bro. It does something to you. So I'm not chasing it. I mean, maybe it's a fire in me, the competitive side of me. I'm cool. I got money, right? As long as I ain't on the low ball end of this spectrum, right? As long as I make smart business decisions with my money as I'm going along, I'm cool on that end. I want to win. I want to get to the big dance. I want to go to a Super Bowl. I want to feel that feeling of confetti dropping. And if I have the best shot with this team to get there, what we talking about?
Right. Yeah, I mean, Minnesota, I thought they were going to be the worst team in the division.
I did too. We picked them.
Might turn out to be they might. So I got Chiefs, Minnesota, and I got Houston now. Houston, I've raised them up into the A-level tier.
Yeah.
Let's go to your A-level.
I got Baltimore. A-level. They got that run game going. They starting to look good. Man, Derrick Henry went crazy. And he beat a good Buffalo Bills team. Like he went for 200 yards. They're starting to figure out how to get him in the office. Yes. So yes, they are starting to get back to their identity. They're starting to get back to their identity of running the football. And I believe that, with Derrick Henry, it was like, how can we kind of get him going, right? Of course, KC. Once again, that the Rashee Rice, they just take injuries. So that's going to hurt. And as you can see, this has been the story of this year. Major injuries to a lot of teams. You're losing major pieces of the puzzle. And then Minnesota. The last two are the only 4-0 teams in the league. So, and then they're playing great ball, though. It's not because they're 4-0. They're actually playing great ball. Sam Darnold is behind a great O-line. He got weapons. Justin Jefferson is that guy. I got to give him his flowers. He's that guy. He really is kind of unguardable. He really is. Like, he is just awesome. It's amazing how Minnesota keep getting great receivers. Ain't that something? Randy Moss, Chris Carter. We go on and on, right? Yeah, that's my 3. That's my 3 right there.
Oh, so we only differ on one.
It's on one.
E-level, I got to give it up to Washington. I got to give it up to Washington.
Yeah, I give it to Washington.
That rookie.
Yeah.
Him and Kingsbury together. I wish the Bears would have got Kingsbury. Listen, Washington is relevant. They're exciting. That quarterback makes them must-see TV. You add the running game in with that. They got a real good coaching staff.
Indeed.
Washington right now is leading the division.
Yeah.
Ones that are 3-1. That's number 1 in the division. It's them. So I got Washington. I got Detroit. They looked really good against Seattle. Detroit, Minnesota. I guess it's going to be them two vying for the number 1 spot. I don't know. I don't know if I want to count out Green Bay yet. And Tampa Bay.
Mm.
Tampa is my third team. They righted the ship by beating Philadelphia. So I have Washington, Detroit, Tampa Bay as my B level.
I have right now. I have Washington.
Mm-hmm.
I'm totally agreement. What they're doing out there is great. You know, from week one, they have been getting better and better. Um, they did go against. I had Arizona winning that game because I just thought the home field advantage, and I know you had the Commanders. Um, he's the real deal. The rookie's the real deal, man. He's calm. Um, he's definitely calm. They're running up the right packages for him. They got the running back going. They got a great coaching staff. You know, Dan Quinn put a great coaching staff together now. And I didn't think it was going to be this fast to turn around. I knew there was going to be a problem. I just didn't think it was going to be this fast, right? And it's a long season. You know, it's still early, but right now, definitely Detroit doing what Detroit does. They was predicted to be top dog. They're living up to the hype. Okay. Jared Goff, that's his team. That's his team. Um, in Houston, I still haven't seen the full package with them yet. You know, they barely beat Jacksonville. Hungry Jacksonville team. Once again, it's sad that they lost. You know, because they did have a great game. They did actually play a good game. Unfortunately, they didn't win. They didn't finish. So that's my three right there.
C level. These are teams again that they're not Fs, but they are underachieving. I got to keep Miami in there. Miami since week one they have lost and they look like they're getting worse.
Yeah.
They're playing they play
Yeah.
spring quarterback. They got to be in the market to get somebody because as they say, it's getting late early. So they better start winning before they're behind the eight ball. I don't like to do this, but I got to put the Rams. The Rams were a team that I said was going to go to Super Bowl this year. They're getting killed with injuries. Chicago was able to beat them. And I'm going to keep Cleveland on there because talent Cleveland should be better than what they are.
I agree.
Should be better. They should be winning some games. It's only 4 games, but they should not just have one win.
Only team we defer in, I have Miami also because even I get it, even though you have to start a quarterback, the coach is not looking very good. We praise him for his high offense and all this, and it goes to show maybe they just built the team around Tua, right? And maybe it's just no Tua. I can't coach. I ain't got no Tua. You know, you still got the same receivers, so you can't dial up something for these. You know, you can't dial up something for the backups. Browns, I don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand why this offense can't get going with Deshaun Watson. I just don't get it. You know, I don't know. I mean, obviously they got some injuries in the O line, so you know it still makeshift with the O line. He has no time really to throw the ball. They don't have their starter. They don't have no. They don't have what's my man? The starting running back. He got injured. Nick Chubb. They don't have Chubb.
I don't think they're all year.
Yeah, he's dead, definitely, and he's not going to be the same back when he do come back. Amari Cooper's not there. Mentally, he's not there. It's just a crap show. I had higher expectations for them, man. And then I got the Eagles, man. Like y'all went down there and got mollywopped, man. Y'all didn't get that man no protection. Maybe he's holding on the ball too long too. You know, maybe Kelsey is a difference maker in the center because he got sacked 6 times down there, man. You know, and him and Sirianni's not on the same page. Kellen Moore is not looking like a good offensive coordinator. The defense I thought would be a lot better on Fangio. It's not. It's not looking good at all. They got too many holes, you know. So it's just a crap show. I had the Eagles one of the top ones coming out. I don't see that.
I don't understand why Sirianni's turning down points.
I don't, man.
Goals early in the game. He's always going for it.
Yeah.
4th and 3.
Yeah.
Always doing it. Take the play, especially when you got a 0 on the board.
Yes.
Points. Get that 0 out of there. And I don't like he reminds me of the guy who was the Chargers coach last year. He's so into the
Oh
analytics.
yeah.
He uses, no matter how many times he's wrong, he refuses to acknowledge it and still say, well, the analytics say that this is still the best play. This is still the best thing. Bro, take the points. Take the points. Punt the ball away and stuff like that. Don't ruin a drive by going on fourth and not converting.
Indeed.
That has a carryover effect. Don't do it. You got a good field goal kicker. Take the points, man. Plus, I have Elliott, their kicker, in fantasy, and I'm getting like 1 point a week. I'm getting like 1 point a week. This is a guy that should give me 9 to 10 points.
Easy.
10 a week, easy.
One.
Yeah,
so he's up there to Justin Tuckers.
6, 7.
Yeah, one.
Pick out 1 or 2 guys that are really underachieving. You know, when Aaron Rodgers doesn't throw for a touchdown, and I'm going up against Lamar Jackson,
yeah,
I should not be getting mollywopped.
Yeah.
But
what Aaron Jones? What Aaron Rodgers give you 2?
Not a lot.
Wasn't a lot because he didn't have a good game. It wasn't a big game for him.
11 points.
Yeah, wasn't good.
No, it's terrible. As a matter of fact, I have Sam Darnold as my backup, and the Jets are playing Minnesota.
Yeah.
Europe. I'm thinking about starting Sam Darnold.
Yeah, I was. You know what?
I'm thinking about it.
Well,
he said all week long, Aaron Rodgers was limited in practice.
Yeah.
Around so much, and he's going up against a good defense.
He definitely is. Speaking of which, I guess that would lead us to our picks, huh?
It's time. It is time for the picks. Remember, you are tuned into the What's Good with Gil and Larry podcast. Remember to hit the subscribe button, like, tell a friend. We're on every Wednesday, right around 9 o'clock, but you can always go back on the channel and see our picks. Remember, go to the live section, and all the videos are right there. So this is what we do. This is what we do. This is what we do. My picks last week were, what did I have last week? I went 8-8 last week, which was my best week. You went 6-10. Sorry.
Yeah.
So for the year, I'm 26-37. You are 21-42. Let's get that turned around.
Yeah, last week killed me.
3 games because of half a point.
Yeah.
3 games, including Dallas.
Yeah, Dallas.
Because it was 6.5, and they won by 6. Anyway, let's get it started. You ready?
Yes, sir. Let's go.
Let's do it. Thursday night, 8:15, Amazon. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Atlanta Falcons. This is a divisional game. Atlanta at home is favored by 1.5.
Mm-hmm.
And the total number is 44. Mm-hmm. I got Tampa Bay to win outright on the road.
I do too. I got Tampa Bay.
The number, I'm going to go over.
What's the number?
44.
44. Defensively. This is one. I'm going to go under.
Under. All right. We differ on that. Sunday morning, 9:30 a.m., NFL Network. The New York Jets will travel to England to face off against the Minnesota Vikings, the undefeated Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota is a 2.5-point favorite. Now, technically a home game for Minnesota, but we both know it's a road game over in Europe. So you can't treat it as, well, they should be a 3 and they're only a 2.5. The number is 40.5. I went back and forth on this, but I don't like that Aaron Rodgers is injured. And Minnesota is playing well. Keep the good vibes going. I am going with the Minnesota Vikings to win in England. And the number at 40.5, I'm going to say, I'm going to go over.
It's a very hard gain the call right now. Until somebody can show me better. Right now, Minnesota. Until right now, I think Brian Flores is throwing down up some good defenses. I think the only team, two Jets to beat has been the Titans, and they beat the Patriots.
Yep.
You know,
and they barely beat the
and they
Titans.
barely beat. Yeah. So until I'm sorry, I mean it's been an underdog kind of daggone. It's been an underdog kind of season so far, man. Not too many favorites have been winning. But I'm gonna stick with Minnesota because the number is low. So let me get Minnesota.
Over under 40.5.
I'm gonna
Come up with a score.
go over.
I went over as well. All right, so we're in agreement. All right, Sunday, the 1:00 games. The Carolina Panthers on Fox will travel to Chicago to take on my Chicago Bears. Chicago is a 4-point favorite.
Yes, sir.
42. I'm going to take Chicago because Carolina, I believe, even with Andy Dalton, is still probably the worst team in the league. Although
like
Andy than Young. So I'm going to
take the Panthers.
Oh,
I like the Panthers.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah, they showed me some fight. They showed me fight in that game with Cincinnati. Actually, the score was misleading. It's not as bad as it was. They actually was in that game. They held up good. They could move the chains. They definitely, since Andy Dalton behind the center, they have been moving the chains. And I'm just, y'all played a good game, but it wasn't. I still haven't seen a complete game, bro. I don't like your coach. Eberflus is not a good coach. You know, at the end of the day, y'all have a defense. So I will give y'all that. Y'all definitely got defense.
Bears got to.
They definitely do. I haven't seen, Caleb yet, like really give me a whole game. He's being better, but then again, they went against Rams, who was decimated by injuries, man. They were decimated, so I believe that Anthony, they might even still went up in there. You know what I mean? So give me the Panthers. And
42 is the number.
42.
I'm gonna say under.
I'm gonna say under. You went over under.
I went under.
Yeah, under.
All right, we split on the picks. So I have noticed Caleb Williams has marginally played better every week.
Yeah.
He's getting heat because of the fact that Jaden Daniels has hit the ground running.
Yeah.
But I'm seeing marginal improvement. Every single week, his completion percentage has gone up and his quarterback rating has gone up. So whatever that's worth. He's still not a threat to throw the ball downfield, though.
No.
He's very inaccurate for some reason. Trying to hit guys, overthrowing guys down the field. So everything is like 15 yards and in. Something to work on. Next game, CBS, 1:00. The Baltimore Ravens divisional game at the Cincinnati Bengals. Baltimore on the road is a 2.5-point favorite. And the number 49.5. I don't know about that number. That's a tough one.
That's tough.
I'm just getting ready to say, okay, I think Cincinnati's going to start the winning again, but Baltimore, like they found themselves, and now Henry is in. I'm going with Baltimore.
Yeah,
I'm going with that one.
I agree. I'm with Baltimore, man. Because one thing about Cincinnati is their defense isn't that good, and Baltimore is going to run that ball. That's what they do, And I mean, I'm not taking nothing away because obviously Jamar Chase on the outside is going to be a hell of a matchup. T. Higgins is starting to come on. They starting to get in rhythm. It's going to be a grind out game, man. It's a division game, and Cincinnati is not an easy place to play. They just came off a disappointing loss to Baltimore, to the Patriots at home.
But then they won this past week.
Yeah, they did in Carolina.
Right,
wasn't a dominating game, but they won. Let me get Baltimore, and I'm gonna say over.
So did I. I said over. All right, so we're in agreement there. That doesn't make for great radio.
Yeah, man. I think I'm getting pilled by me going against the friend. No, sir. I think this is what I really feel. So
You're not going to catch me if we have the same picks.
yeah,
Okay, Fox, 1 o'clock. Miami Dolphins at the New England Patriots. Divisional game. It's not
trash game.
old yet, but Miami's got an issue at quarterback, big time. Not that New England is all, sunshine and rainbows at quarterback too. New England is favored at home only by a point.
Pick 'em game. Give me Patriots.
I got the Patriots too. I got to see Miami win.
Give me under.
And I also have the under 36.5. I also have the under. All right, we're in agreement there. 1 o'clock, Fox, the underachieving Cleveland Browns at the overachieving Washington Commanders. Commanders are a 3.5-point favorite.
I'm gonna take the Browns.
Come on. You got to be kidding me. I thought for sure you were taking
Nah, I think it's a trap game.
It is a trap game, and the
Trap game.
Washington's at home.
Yes, sir. I like Washington, the underdog spot, not as a favorite.
I can't believe it. I never thought you were going to say that.
Yes, sir. I bet that was one of my picks from the rip. I said, nah, they're gonna try to wally whoppy with that pick. I mean, it's hard to go against Jalen Daniels because he's playing outstanding ball. He's definitely playing great ball, but Arizona defense is bad, bro. Like, and I think people is really it's overrated pick because how they destroyed Arizona. But Arizona I could give Cleveland a defense better. Their defense is better. They just can't get no offense clicking. You know what I mean?
Which is surprising, but
it's very surprising with the pieces they got. So
40
Browns.
I'm going to go with the under.
Yeah. Let me see. What's the over and under?
43.5.
Cleveland 20. Give me over.
Loses, that means that they're not scoring.
Yeah, give me over.
Oh, over. That's the difference. All right. CBS, 1 o'clock. Indianapolis Colts with Joe Flacco against the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think Jacksonville gets off the schneid here. Jacksonville at home, favored by 3. I got Jacksonville winning.
Jacksonville by 3.
This is must wins.
Pick me out. You still give me Colts.
Oh, okay, good. 46 is the
it's a must win, but before they win it, they trash.
I'm gonna go under.
I'm going over, man, because if Flacco, he can move the chains. So give me Flacco and over.
All right, good. We're different on that. I like that. CBS, 1 o'clock. Buffalo. The Bills will travel to the great state of Texas.
I like the Bills.
Against Houston?
Yes, sir.
Houston Buffalo on the road.
It's a point favorite. I actually like the Bills. I think that when they win against Baltimore, because one of Baltimore just owns them in Baltimore. You feel me? And I still think that Josh Allen is that guy. It's going to be a hostile environment down there in Houston for sure. They're supposed to have a better team. I just think this is a bounce back game with a better quarter. I'm betting on a better quarterback to have a bounce back game.
Well, also, what's his name got suspended?
I know, Von Miller.
He got he's going to miss this game.
Yeah, he is. But I still think they got enough pieces without Von Miller to get it done.
I pick Houston at 47.5. Going to be a lot of points. I'm going to go over.
Yeah, over. Yeah, if they're going to win, Bills are going to have to outscore them. So I got to play to the over. I got the Bills winning.
All right, we both got over on that one. All right, 4:05. Fox, the Las Vegas Raiders, divisional game at the Denver Broncos. Big win for Denver last week.
Big win.
At the Meadowlands. I'm gonna go Denver here. Denver.
I'm actually going Vegas.
All right. I like this. I don't think Vegas is good enough to rack up 2, 3, 4 wins in a row. I think it's gonna be win, loss, win, win, loss, loss, win. I think they're gonna be like 8 and 9, in my opinion. The number is 36.
I'm gonna put the over.
I'm going to go under because I was 50-50 on it, but because you're saying over, I want to be different. And no Devontae Adams.
Yeah, Devontae ain't playing. So
So,
I think that would help him open up the field more. He wasn't really get a lot of targets anyway, so it don't really matter.
okay, Fox, also 405. West Coast divisional game, Arizona at San Francisco. San Francisco is a 7.5-point favorite.
They soon get their groove back.
Team,
Busy game. They soon get their groove back. Arizona ain't got no defense. Shoot. They ain't got no defense. They soon get their groove back. 7-10.
still no McCaffrey.
Yeah. Huh?
Still no McCaffrey.
McCaffrey, they can still run the ball with Morgan. So give me San Fran.
I also have San Fran covering the number.
And
Now
over. They can't stop.
Total's 49.5.
49. I'm gonna take under.
Me too. Damn. I thought you were gonna say over.
Nah. I
said
that. Nah. Because
right.
I don't see Arizona probably gonna be able to pick the points up. You feel me?
425. Only 2 games, 425. Green Bay Packers at the Los Angeles Rams. Green Bay on the road is a 3-point favorite.
3-point favor on the road?
Yeah.
That's a weird number. Give me the Rams.
You got the Rams? All right.
Yeah. I know you got Green Bay.
And I got Green Bay.
Yeah, that number is alarming. 3 points, and that team decimated by that many injuries, and they only have a 3-point favorite?
3 points.
That don't sound too swell. 3?
Well, Green Bay's coming off a loss.
Yeah, but they got better weapons, and they almost got a full squad with their starting quarterback. By the way, against a decimated Ram team, and they're only 3-point favorites.
So you picked the Rams, right?
Yes, sir. I'm not doubling. I'm dead. I'm picking the Rams. It's one of them picks you don't want to pick.
Cool. I got Green Bay. So we differ. 48.5. The thing is, I could see Green Bay going over 30. Ooh, this is tough.
I'm gonna go over.
Ooh, this is tough. I'm gonna go under. Under. You went over. All right. CBS. New York Giants at Seattle Seahawks. Seattle is a 6-point favorite at home.
I'll take the Seahawks.
You take Seahawks, I'll take the Giants. That 6, I feel like Seattle's going to win, but they're not going to cover. And the number is 43.5.
Under.
I'm going to go over. So I got over. You are under. The 8:20 game, your Dallas Cowboys versus one of my favorite players in the league, Justin Fields, Pittsburgh Steelers on NBC. Pittsburgh at home is a 2.5-point favorite.
We ain't got no Micah either. I hate going against my team. It's hard to beat Tomlin there. Tomlin, we got the CeeDee Lamb, no run game. Give me Pittsburgh.
Oh, I picked Dallas. So sad that I believe in your team more than you do.
I don't.
So sad.
I don't. Mike McCarthy, we only got CeeDee Lamb. Their defense ain't that bad. We don't have Michael Parsons for this game.
What's up?
He got injured.
Wait a minute, didn't Lawrence get hurt?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We all messed up, man. Defensively, you talking about going against a run team,
Oh man.
and all we have is CD Lamb. Maybe Brandon Cooks will come out, but I don't see it happening. You feel me? So and they can bring pressure with TJ Watt against our O line. So
I'll be.
it's a rough one.
I said Dallas. I'm gonna stick with Dallas.
Yeah, and then the division ain't away from us because if Washington lose, Eagles what they play, so the division ain't getting away even if we was 2-3.
The number is 44. I'm gonna say under.
Yeah, under.
You say under as well?
Sir.
Under.
It'll be a defensive game if we lose.
All right, and then the last game, Monday night, 8:15, ESPN. The New Orleans Saints at the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs are a 5.5-point favorite. I'll tell you right now, I jumped on this game quick. I got the New Orleans Saints.
Yeah, me too.
Damn it.
Yeah, I got the Saints.
And 43.5. I'm going to go under.
Yeah, I got the under too. Because they're going to win it. It's going to have to be defense. Their defense has to step up. And it's going to just they have to stifle the Chiefs.
So that's it. Those are our picks. Brother, anything you want to add before we wrap it up?
Man, great show, man. You know, look forward to having a good time in Vegas. I'll definitely get some pictures and IG live, and we'll do all the good stuff. You
tell me a little bit about the trip next week.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. See some good shows.
But only a little.
Yeah, see some good shows.
Yeah. I get it. All right, and I'm assuming it's not going to be Wayne Newton. That's not the shows you're.
Oh nah, man, I'm gonna see Michael Jackson, man.
You know what you should see. What you should do. You should get a tattoo there in Las Vegas.
Yeah, if I believed in him, I would.
You should get a tattoo.
Yeah, tattoo, huh?
A lot of people get tattoos in Vegas.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, a lot of people.
Okay.
A lot of people. You're a music guy. You should get some kind of music thing somewhere. Musical note with the mic wrapped
around. Like LL Cool J wrapped around my arm. On my side, wrapped around my arm.
There's always a place. So, all right. Well, that is our show. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the What's Good with Gil and Larry podcast. We will be on next week again, next Wednesday, 9 p.m. ish. So tune into YouTube, and you can always, once again, watch our previous shows, our older shows. Just go to the live section, and they're all listed right there. Remember, subscribe, hit like, tell a friend. We're in October now, and at the end of the month, we're going to have our special Halloween.
Indeed.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Already spoke to people about it.
So. Oh, yes, sir, man. Look, I can't wait, man. Look, this time I'm going to prepare. What I had last year, I ain't have the outfit. I will this year.
Well, it's going to be a good time. It's going to be a good category. I can't wait. You
got the category? You got the category?
I've already got it, but I'm not saying yet. I've already got it. It's a doozy. It's a good one. I thought about it
I can't wait, man.
All right.
We have our shows like that, man.
We'll have 2 shows that week because we're probably going to do it on a Monday.
Okay.
Or a regular show on Wednesday. So October, it's a great month. I love horror, Halloween, all that stuff. So for my main man, Larry Loper, I am Gil and Larry, telling everybody, be safe. Larry, have a great, safe trip.
Yes, sir.
About it next Wednesday, and so do the people. For everybody, deuces, enjoy the games. Baseball, don't forget.
Oh, yes, sir. You have a good rest of your day, too, brother.
You too.
Great show.